Hello and welcome to this short video tutorial on how you can actually formulate your research questions when you search our library databases. So first of all, you don't want to search for the topic just as it is worded in your assignment, or for example, search by a title of your dissertation. Most probably there is no paper or book that has been written that has exact same topic that you received from your professor or came up with yourself. Secondly, what you will want to do instead is to break it down into some key concepts or major themes. Moreover, you don't have to be too specific because if you are, you might end up with no results whatsoever. Last but not least, you have to really spell correctly. So when it comes to, for example, Google searches, Google actually looks at your search inquiry and quite often corrects your spelling for you. It is not the case with most of our library databases, and it is definitely not the case with our print catalog. So let's look at one of the research questions. Just for the sake of example, I came up with this topic, modern incarnation of phantom ships in Asia, cases of piracy. Most probably you're not going to get anything like that from your professor, but let's just look at it for the sake of exercise. So as you remember, I said that we have to break it down into some key concepts. So let's look at this slide here. We're trying to figure out what's important in this topic. First of all, obviously, it's Asia, it's phantom ships, and it's piracy. So when it comes to Asia, are you going to focus on seas or are you going to focus on some countries? So maybe this is something for you to try to figure out before you start searching. When it comes to phantom ships, mind the language because different authors might be using different terms. So for instance, someone might be using phantom ship in their paper, some other author will be using ghost ship. So that's something to consider as well. When it comes to piracy, that's actually a really good example of how you can have troubles searching for something really specific and getting results related to something completely different. So what I mean is that actually there is a lot of cases of piracy when it comes to copyright in the world, as you understand. So instead we might come up with some other better terms that would be related to maritime piracy, like for instance robbery at sea, ship hijacking, freebooting, and so on and so forth. Once you read up on the topic, you will know what cases interest you, and you might look for those instead. Why not? So I tried to come up with 3 examples that might be useful for you. Whenever you do your searches, just consider this advice. So let's go ahead and go to our homepage. You already know it, it's library.wmu.sc, and make a search by some keywords, piracy, ghost ship, and Asia, and see what results will come up. So here, as you see, the very third result is called Piracy, the Intellectual Property Wars, from Gothenburg to Gates. So it's actually related to intellectual property, as you see in the subjects. Piracy, copyright. If you look at the result number 4 here, we will see that it's literary criticism. That's also not something that we're looking for. Number 7 is film piracy. Number 8 is pop song piracy. So these results are just not very good, to say the least. Let's try and go ahead and imagine that we already know that we want to look for a specific case. So I'm just typing it in the search box here. I'm looking for it. I'm getting 340 results. I'm quite happy with the number. But when I'm starting to look at them, some of them are related to medicine, some of them are in other languages than English, and none of those are related to the case that I was looking for. Why is that? Because our databases quite often would be searching full text, And whenever you type in your inquiry in the search box, it searches for one of the two words here, okay? It either is searching for the first one, this one, or for the second one. And as you understand, the second one might appear in any document whatsoever. It's also a very common last name, right? So for instance, here, that's what we will be seeing in the first article, I believe. Maybe not. Okay. Well, nevertheless, I want to be more precise with the search, and I want to search for a specific term, okay? Just as it is 2 words at a time in the document. What I can do, I can put it in quotes. This way I will be doing so-called phrase searching. I will be searching for 2 words appearing in the document or in the document description at the same time. So instead of 340 results, we got down to 39, and as you see, most of these would be actually related to piracy, which is absolutely great, and that's what I was looking for. I can go to most relevant pages from this ebook in the first result, as you see, and I will see that actually it refers to the Ching Song incident, and that's what I needed. And I can go directly to the page that I want to look at. So that's just great, right? Let's try and type in the last search example here. It's kind of long and it looks a little bit maybe too advanced, but it's quite simple actually. So as you remember, I told you I'm looking for the exact match, Asia. I'm putting this in quotes, okay? Then we have phantom ship or ghost ship, or and for this matter are Boolean operators, and they help me combine search or search combinations together. So for instance, here in the brackets, I have phantom ship or ghost ship. So what I will be looking for, I will be looking for these 2 terms in the document for either or phantom ship or ghost ship. I also put an asterisk in the end of both of them after ship, which means it's truncation. It's called truncation. And what it does is it will be searching for both ship, it will be searching for ships, and it will also be searching for shipping, which probably, phantom shipping probably does not exist, but nevertheless. After that, I have one more Boolean operator, and after that, I will be searching for ship hijacking. That's one of the terms that I want to use instead of piracy. Let's go ahead and search, see what kind of results I will be getting. As you see, 16. So this is a really focused search, and it will be concerning exactly what I was looking for. So as you see, South China Sea here, I have Southeast Asia, I have maritime security here, modern piracy, maritime security law. So all these results are actually quite good. What I want to do now, I might just replace this term with some other ones. So for instance, instead of ship hijacking, I might try robbery at sea. So now we have 16 results. From 16 we jump to 53 by just replacing this last term. Okay, so that was it for today.